Hello fellow crafters, welcome to my channel Crafts by Susie Cardmaker. Today we are going to be making a sea-based card. We're going to be using Avery's Well Hello and Lawn Fawn's Critters in the Arctic. For ink we're using Simon Says Stamps Intense Black because we are going to be coloring these with Copic markers. I'm not a Copic expert, but I love to color, and I'm slowly getting better. First we're going to stamp the whales from Whale Hello by Avery's. Then we're going to stamp the seal and the ice floe from Critters in the Arctic. We'll color these in with Copic markers, and when I color with Copic markers I like to start with my dark color and then my medium tone and then fill it in with my light tones. I will have all of the supplies that I've used listed below in the description and also on my blog. With the orca, I tried to color it based on what an orca whale looks like. So I did circle in that white spot on the side, and I tried to keep the lid so that you could see what colors I've used. So if you want to use the same colors, you can. And then after we're done coloring these, we will fussy cut them out. There are dies available, I believe, for all of these. However, I do not have them, so I will be fussy cutting them. Apologize for the head getting in the way there. I had to readjust my camera after this was shot so that my head's no longer in the way. So I am coloring my seal in various warm gray tones. Or actually it's a walrus, not a seal. In various warm grays. His tusks, I used E43 and put a little R20 on his cheeks to give him some rosy cheeks. So now we're going to fussy cut them out, and then after I fussy cut them, I will take my Memento black marker and go around the edges just to cover up the white lines, and in case I went a little too far in to give it the overall simpatico look. These figures were not very hard at all to cut out. Fairly simple, didn't take me long at all. Obviously this is sped up a little. I'm not that good, I can't cut that fast. So we'll get them all cut up, and then we'll move on to our background. And for my background, I used Simon Says Stamps Wave Stencil and two colors of Distress ink, Mermaid Lagoon and Salty Ocean, and the round blending tools. And there it goes with the Memento marker around the edges, like I said, just to cover up the white. It just makes it gives it an all-around finished look if you don't see the white edging. And honestly, it only takes a minute to do, and it makes it look so much better when you do it. So and when we finish with these, like I said, we're going to set them aside, and we are going to work on our background. So there's the Simon Says Stamp Wave Stencil. I'm just figuring out where I'm going to place it and which set of waves I like. And I don't want it to go all the way up. I only want it to go part of the way. And we're going to start off with Salty Ocean. And I'm not really using a round motion. I'm using more of a swiping motion so that the waves don't move and you still get that definitive line. And then we're going to go to some Mermaid Lagoon. And finish it off. And actually, I think I had that backwards. I think I used Mermaid Lagoon first and then the Salty Ocean. And then we'll peel up the tape. And because we don't want a straight edge line, I'm going to use my Salty Ocean and just disrupt the top line a little bit. So there you see I placed my critters on just to see where I might want them. And now I'm stamping some little waves in that Salty Ocean that comes, the little waves come in the Whale Hello kit. So I'll get my little waves on there. And then they have little splashes. So I'm going to put my little splashes on there. And once again, I'm using the Salty Ocean. And as you can see, I changed how I wanted my whales to be. I commonly change my ideas over and over. And my camera died, so you did not get to see me emboss with Ranger Platinum embossing. And so I embossed Well Hello on one side and Great Job, I think, on the other side. And now I'm using my foam tape to give my whales some dimension. So I'm just cutting foam tape and putting it on there. And like I said, everything that I've used came from either Critters in the Arctic or Whale Hello. Now once I get everything stuck down, I'm going to... I thought about using vellum just to cover up the top, but it just didn't look good to me. So now I'm going to use some Ranger Multi-Medium Matte to glue down my ice flow. And I will go back to foam tape for my seal, or my walrus. I keep calling it a seal. It's all walrus. I do know the difference. Just brain's not functioning this morning. And I'm using my big roll of Scotch 3M foam tape. To give all my critters some dimension. And now I'm going to take the blue Wink of Stella and color in all those water splashes. And then when I'm done with that, I'll go over it with some glossy accents to give them a little more dimension and to hold in that sparkle and shine. And actually, glossy accents makes it a little more pronounced. So now I'm cutting a piece of Recollections orange cardstock. That's going to be my card base. And you see the piece of glitter paper up there. That's going to go on top of the card base, and then the whales will go on top of that. And I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it at 5 1/2. I'm folding it over now, and I'm using my Martha Stewart's scoreboard. And I'm using my bone folder just to make sure I've got a nice crease in there. And I cut my sparkle paper 1/4 inch smaller on all sides. And now I'm going to glue that down with some Ranger Multi-Medium Matte. And I'm going to glue that to my card base. I really like the jars for when I have a large space to glue down. And I apologize again for the head being in the way. And now we're going to use some foam tape to secure the front of my card. And I'm going to place it on the base and then place the card on top. Sometimes I do it that way, sometimes I do it the other way. I guess I was just in the mood to do it this way today. And we'll peel off the backing to the adhesive and secure the front without touching the glossy accents because it's probably not dry yet. And there's our card for today. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and will join me again for my next card tutorial. Please thumbs up, comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see. And you can find me on Facebook and on YouTube where you're obviously watching this. There's also a link there to my blog. Please subscribe. I'm also on Periscope. And here's a couple of videos that I had done before. You might want to go back and watch them. And have a nice week, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.